But my question, I guess, for you was this summer, I'm from Minnesota. I interned for a congressman, and something he was really pushing was, getting an approval process for mining taking place in northern Minnesota. And this was an example where there's a lot of these rural cities, communities that don't have a lot of jobs, and these companies want to come in and mine. And essentially, there are sort of standards that are blocking that. And the argument was this would provide a lot of jobs for these communities that they desperately need, and that the sort of state environmental policies were good enough that it wasn't going to cause too many environmental problems. Obviously, some people disagreed with that. I guess my question for you is, do you think that government can come up with effective regulation and policies that makes, developing mining and fossil fuels okay, or are those things we should just not pursue at all?
That's also a really good question. And a delicate one to answer. So, in part because of the highly politicized and polarized debate around the issue of jobs. So, I will say this. I think it depends on the fuel. I do not think, in the instance of coal mining, that there. So I worked for Sierra Club for 6.5 years. The policy was, it's fine if it can be mined safely, burned cleanly, and doesn't exacerbate global warming. And if you put the fuel to that test, it fails. And there's very little that can be done in a comprehensive way with available technology today to help it meet that test. Coal plants are about to be, if EPA moves forward to implement the Clean Air Act, 21 years after the amendments were adopted to actually promulgate the rule. Then coal plants will put on technology that will reduce mercury and air toxics 90%. That is much better than no pollution control technology. The instances of illness, hospitalizations, lung disease, exacerbated asthma attack, heart attacks, all of those things that come currently from the unregulated emissions, they'll be cleaned up. Is that a good thing? Is that something I support? Yes. Does that help create jobs? Absolutely. Right here in the United States, you've got the operation, installation, and maintenance of pollution control technology. You've got the construction jobs associated with some of the coal plants would likely make an economic decision. Their operator would say, I'm either going to switch fuels or I'm going to shut down and invest in new technology, a new plant. So there are other jobs available as part of that. I am less comfortable commenting in detail on natural gas and oil, but I will say that I am skeptical, and I think the opportunities really don't lie in reinvigorating fuel sources of the past, but really in investing our resources and our energy and creating massive numbers of jobs, potentially, if it's done right, in a clean energy economy.